Hello, everybody. I am Jeff..INControL Robinson from Team Evil Geniuses here with Stephano at HomeStoryCup on behalf of XMG, and we want to do a quick little interview. Stephano has been busy becoming a real man, becoming a boy. No, a boy becoming a man.
Exactly, yes.
He's been becoming a man. He's attending university in Luxembourg, which I recently learned is a country.
Yes, he thought it was a part of France, a small city in France. That's how smart Americans are sometimes.
It was, in my defense, it's weird of me to think that France had taken over another country because that's not usually how it works. So I was very historically...
Okay.
All right, so we're going to ask you a few questions, of course. First of all, we are at HomeStoryCup, and you are competing. You've come out of retirement for a tournament here. I understand this is more of like a fun way to spend vacation for you.
Absolutely, yes. Since the beginning of September, I didn't have a single weekend or week of holidays. And it's really hard for me to work non-stop, so I decided to come here because it's only 2 hours by train away. So it's a fun weekend, and I can enjoy it and distress a bit, relieve stress.
Very good. So we'll ask, don't worry, guys, we'll ask him a whole lot about his real life that's going on right now. But as far as HomeStoryCup is concerned, your group is Lenok, Todd, and me. So what are your chances? What do you like? How do you feel about your chances in the first group? And then just talking about perhaps your expectations for the weekend. Are you here to win? Are you here to have fun? Do you think you can beat some Koreans? What's your thoughts?
Well, the main purpose of this trip is to have fun, first of all. But doesn't mean that I won't give my best to try to win. As always, when I play the game, I always focus and don't think about anything else. So when I will be inside my games, I will give all I have, and hopefully it will be enough to win. Against you, it's obvious that will be enough. Against Todd, probably. Linux, I don't think so. So the first group would be kind of doable.
Am I remembering correctly? You have a bit of a rivalry with Todd. Both Frenchmen, both competitive StarCraft 2 players. You guys are very, very good at the game. What are your thoughts on Todd as the Frenchman in the group with you?
Well, I'm actually happy I'm meeting him, but a bit scared too, because if I lose, it will be officially meaning that Todd is now the best French player, which would be hard for me to live. I don't really love him. I don't hate him as an anyone, but I like him. I don't hate him, that's it.
Well, you guys would be second best after Monchi, right? That's what you're fighting for.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so HomeStoryCup, you're here to have fun. You've got good expectations for the first group. But for those of you at home that perhaps are tuning into HomeStoryCup for the first time, or let's say you don't know Stephano, what else about HomeStoryCup are you looking forward to in terms of the socializing and the fun?
That's all, socializing and fun.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. As I was asking that question, I was like, that's actually a really crappy question. So let's go ahead and can that one. Asking a little bit about yourself in terms of outside of esports. You retired a few months ago, but you've been around. I see you still watching matches. You still are watching some shows. Tell me about your life in terms of esports outside of it. What is it like being on the other side? How active are you in watching and stuff?
Basically, it's from Monday to Friday. I study, come back home, study a bit more, and watch some streams, drinking a bit of wine or beer, and then I go back to study and I sleep, and again and again and again. And I don't really party as much as when I was playing StarCraft 2. And yeah, I'm trying to keep some interest into gaming, not leave it completely, because I still enjoy watching and playing sometimes. When I play, I just try to have fun. I don't try to win anymore, so I'm being rather a bitch on the net and just playing like Swarm Host and camping and hoping the opponent will just leave at some point because he's really angry. And making other people angry makes me happy, so why not?
So can I confirm then that when Zergs retire, all they want to do is piss everybody off?
At least in my case, yes, I like that.
Okay. So who are some of your favorite streams to watch, and what has been your favorite tournament since you've retired?
To be honest, I didn't really have the chance to watch tournaments because I have had rather busy weekends. But I've been watching Red stream, J-Dong streams, The Muslims, and yeah, that's kind of it, I think. Maybe yours? I have to say it?
Well,
yeah, I love to EG.ControL stream.
Thank you. Yeah, you did have to say that. I appreciate that. So you've been spending your weekends or doing stuff like socializing on weekends, and you've been studying during the week, still watching some esports. Now getting a little bit more into your real life. A lot of people are very interested. They didn't know this about you, but you're actually a very smart guy, and you do really good work in school. So where are you attending school? What are you studying? How has that been? And what are your aspirations for after studying?
Right now, I'm studying in Luxembourg, which is a small country, not a city for the people from America, situated between Belgium, France, and Germany. I'm attending mathematics engineering classes, which is actually just pure mathematics. It's kind of hard for the beginning because I stopped 2 years, and like the first, let's say 8 weeks were really, really harsh because I didn't have any. Like I still had the notions I learned in high school, but I forgot most of them and had to get back into it. Like I found the correct amount of time I need per day to be able to follow the course and still like have fun at the same time. So right now it's going good. In the beginning I was a bit depressed and happy because let's admit it's quite a life-changing experience to go from. I don't want to say like gaming is effortless, but in my case it was more fun than efforts to give, and I think it's the case of every gamer because we are living our dream, and right now like suddenly I just go back on the normal life and it's harsh.
It's harsh. Okay, so also, well, I was going to answer, by the way. Really filled that whole thing. Before I ask you, I'm going to ask you about streaming as well. But I do want to ask some questions. You are attending university, as Europeans call it. In America, we call it college, but that's probably wrong, too.
College is from 12 to 15 in France.
Yep.
So.
That's about where we're at, maturity-wise, in college in the United States. So it's about the same. The women of Luxembourg.
Oh, if you follow my Twitter, you see I'm posting rather delicious pictures sometimes. Let's say I don't really know a lot of them, but I look at a lot of them, and some people tend to say I'm a creepy stalker or something.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all.
Absolutely not. I think I'm just enjoying what life created, and I'm showing beauty of life and sharing it to the world. So you should be happy I'm doing that for you. It's a gift I'm giving you.
And they should share it more freely as well. It's selfish to be born with such a body and then to hide it and keep it to yourself.
Yeah, it's a shame if they do that.
It's a shame. I agree with that. So that's been Luxembourg, and I know that, well, let's talk a little bit about your post-university plans. Where in the past you wanted to be a doctor. I know that your parents or your mom rather, was kind of very supportive of that. But now you're doing engineering and mathematics. So what do you think your future is? What is the famous Stephano going to do?
Yeah, in the beginning I was like, since I'm 8, I think I wanted to be a doctor, but after the years of StarCraft 2 I started to realize that it's not possible because it's like 10 years of studying, and I like missed 2 years, so it's really hard to get back in such a hard rhythm, because like medicine is harder than what I do right now. It's maybe 5 hours to study a day, which I can't do. It's not possible to me. So when I realized that, I decided just to go on something smoother, easier, and I wanted to do physics engineering, and sadly this specific class was in German and English, so I couldn't attend to it, and I was forced to take mathematics. I was good in mathematics in high school. Right now I'm doing well as well, but it's not really what I'm fond of. But I will keep going on that because I think I can get like a decent job after that. I had a choice between being in the teaching area, but I don't think I'm really into that, but I can do it, I mean. And otherwise it's like somewhere in economics.
Sounds like you have a good idea of what you don't want to do.
Yes.
As opposed to what you want to do.
Yes.
Very good. Well, eventually you'll get there. I have 2 more things I want to ask Stephano before we let him go. The first thing is going to be about streaming. I know a lot of people were super excited about the prospect of you streaming many, many hours. They love watching you. Do you have any update on that? Do you have any future plans in terms of streaming StarCraft 2?
Absolutely. So about like 2 weeks ago, I was planning to go stream every weekend from my aunt's office because she has a very good internet connection. I plugged my computer and boom, it crashed and I didn't have a computer anymore. So that's why I didn't stream. It was supposed to be ready since 2 weeks, but didn't happen, sadly. And I apologize for that. But I will be having winter holidays for like 1 month, and I think during this month I will get all my hours done, and this is around maybe 150 hours to do, and I think this will make you happy and me as well.
Yes, I think 150 hours of you streaming would make everyone very happy. Stephano, I'll give you a rematch, by the way, if you want. I know that you had a really tough time against my Zerg and Terran. They were really good games. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then last thing I want to ask you, of course, is we haven't heard a whole lot from you. I know a lot of people do follow you on Twitter and stuff like that, but do you have any words for your fans, anything you want to put out there before we let you go crush some Home Story Cup?
So I'm doing this for me, coming to HomeStoryCup, and I hope this always also pleases you, and I hope you will enjoy this tournament, because for me it's always fun. Sadly, this is not a coming back to StarCraft 2, it's just a one-time thing. Maybe I will do other tournaments, but it won't be regular. Right. Yes. And I want to thank EG for sending me, even though I'm not really doing much for them lately, so it's always good to see where I am supported. And thank you, Jeff, for the lovely questions. And yeah, my pleasure.
All right, thanks guys for tuning in. Make sure to give some love to XMG. Thanks to Stephano for doing this, and of course, thank you to everyone tuning in. So hopefully you guys enjoy the weekend. We'll see you later.